Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Prowl Podcast. This is Season 1, Episode 4. The title of this session is From the Block to the Blueprint, and this is the redemption of Frank Mank Lope. And I'm your host, Trent Muir, founder of the Blue Panthers.
Go ahead, throw it up, throw it up. Go ahead, throw it up, throw it up, throw it up. Go ahead, throw it up, throw it up. It's time to rip your shit. I'm coming from that west side, big C's in the sky. Yes, your favorite neighbor been rolling this script and never dies. Community, the revolution is still in progress. Trying to interrupt this scripting and I'm aiming at y'all next. Ain't no smut on my name, and I'm really from the set. I get respect and really handle business. Local, will and been there, done that. Gunplay, wolf packs, been stamped. This life is forever, can I take that? No, I don't glorify the things that I did, but be reminded I got a lot of things inside me that will get triggered, ready to end and make a flashing back like the field. I'm trying to do better and move right, stay positive with good vibes. I really cannot stand liars, especially looking in my eyes. I pay attention when you was different. I'm never surprised, so goodbye. Yeah, nigga, quit acting like you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My guest today is Frank Mank Lope, rap artist. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Prowl Podcast. In our last episode, we talked about the structure and the board, but today we're talking about the why. As the founder, I built the Blue Panther curriculum for a specific reason, to give people a way out and a way up. I'm sitting here today with a man who has lived several lives in one, Frank Mank Lope. Frank, you've seen the darkest corners of the streets, and you felt the weight of the gang life. But today, you're using your voice and your music to build something different. People talk about changing, but you actually did the work. Before we talk about the kids, I want to ask, what was that one Blue Panther moment in your life where you realized you had to stop surviving and start prowling for a higher purpose?
I would have to say, when you got the right inspiration, like you said the blueprint. Y'all showed us that even when you go through your darkest time and had to do things sometimes you don't want to, but you had to do, and you can still come back from that.
That's right.
That's inspiration all in the song.
It's never too late.
And y'all gave that to us. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Frank, I've got the Prowl curriculum. I've got the modules on leadership and ownership. But I know that for a kid in the neighborhood, a piece of paper, that doesn't really always mean much. They need to see a face they recognize. When you look at the kids we're trying to reach, why do you think they'll listen to you when they might tune out everyone else? How does your story bridge the gap to my vision?
I feel like I'm relatable to them because my kids keep me on game. Yeah, I got all age, so they gonna let me know all the lingo. So yeah, I definitely interpret that into everything. Yes, sir. So definitely, and then when you tell them the truth, and then you can tell what you've been through, and then they can see that you're going through it. They know that they're not alone.
Man, yep, exactly. Okay, all right, my man. So when was it, Frank Mank Lope, that you realized your love for the art of music, and how has that changed your life?
Man, I'm gonna say fell in love with music earlier, cause you know, church we had to sing in the choir. So Grandpa wasn't playing. Shout out Shay. Grandpa wasn't playing, so we had to be there. Bible study, choir practice, food pantry, soup kitchens, everything. We was there,
Right.
and the music it was part of our soul. Yeah.
All right.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, Frank, we're finna get a little deep right now.
Cause
Back in the day, when I gave an order, it was about the street. Now, when I give a directive through the Blue Panther curriculum, it's about ownership and workforce skills. You've seen me lead in both worlds. What is the one thing about my leadership style that hasn't changed? And why is that old school discipline exactly what these kids need today?
I would say You always led by example. Like whenever we had any type of interaction, you never go through this. You showed me, or we did it together type. You know what I'm saying? So it was on, hands on learning.
Right.
And then that comes with a lot of love and respect because a lot of people don't care about you.
I know.
And we felt that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's definitely for sure.
Most definitely.
So listen, Frank, I feel a specific weight on my shoulders sometimes because I started that gang. I created a structure that led a lot of people down a dark path. That's why I'm so obsessed with the bylaws and the curriculum of the Blue Panthers. I'm overcorrecting for the past. Do you think the kids will respect this new pack more because they know the man who started actually knows the cost of the street life?
I feel like they most definitely will. And the ones that don't respect anything.
My man. Yeah, that's pretty short and sweet because if you don't, if a guy that's walked in your path, down your shoes or whatever it may be, and they can, and you see him changing, like what you're doing right now with your music, you've changed your life. You know what I'm saying to you? You're doing something positive now. So you can't never say that, oh, I'm doing wrong, so I might as well stay doing wrong because there's no chance for change when there's always a chance for change. Because as long as you're breathing, it's never too late. So I absolutely live by that. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, because there's so many things that I've done on the street as a kid, you know what I'm saying to you, and now that I realize and God has allowed me to be able to look back on my past mistakes and give me this opportunity to try to I won't be able to try to correct everything. You know what I'm saying to you, but I can start by, if I can save one kid's life from going down the same path that I went down, then I'm thinking the job that I'm doing right here with the Blue Panthers is a job well done.
Most definitely. You're doing your thing.
Right.
Salute. Most definitely. Yeah.
So, Frank, tell me about your childhood and growing up as a gang member, and who were some of your influences?
Man, M-U-R-E. Man, well, I was always loved to be the older head because I love to learn. And most of the time, people on my age, they give me a damn. So, and, you know what I'm saying? So even from when y'all used to tell me about the fam, from when way back, I locked in, I paid attention.
Right.
So I'm like, we could always be in the same class, but who's gonna listen more?
There you go. Who's paying
I always make sure I listen more.
Yeah, who's paying attention? Because paying attention helps you survive.
Most definitely.
And I know from my life as a gang member, Neff, I started out in a gang at 8 years old.
Yes, sir.
And that first gang being what you just said, M-U-R-E. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm talking about?
That was a gang. You know what I'm saying? We had your dad, we had Keithy Griffin, we had James Barnes, we had Anthony, Troy, Brian Griffith. You know, and so them was the guys that I was looking up to that helped me make it through my life on the streets of LA.
Yes,
if
sir.
I didn't have that knowledge from them growing up, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you right now today.
Facts.
But because I listened, what you just said, because I listened and paid attention, is what helped me make it through it.
Yes, sir.
That was a good answer. Yes, that was a good answer.
Appreciate
so Frank, I used to recruit for the set. Now I recruit for the future. When you see these kids who are looking for a father figure or a leader, the same way some of the youngsters were looking that we're looking back on, how do we convince them that the Blue Panther blueprint is a stronger set to claim than the one I used to run?
By the proof is in the pudding. We showing them by example.
That's right.
That's the best way I can say it. Example.
Right. Because and like I said, once again, that goes back to the, if you a lot of these kids now that are running with these gangs, and even if they're not running in a gang, just if you're on the streets and you think you know something about the streets, you're not going to really pay any attention to somebody who hasn't walked in your shoes prior to you. If you're just not gonna, because there's really nothing they can tell you, and that's how these kids think today. If you ain't did it, then you can't tell me nothing. And so,
right.
And so that's why I've done it all to the fullest. You know
what
I'm saying to you, and I put my life on the line many of nights stepping in front because I was being a leader. Even though now that when I look back on it, by the grace of God, it pulled me. I could have been dead several times. I could have lost my life, but God led me here to where I'm at, and I'm trying to utilize it and trying to stay in His grace, because I know that I got one foot on the gate and one foot on the other side of the gate too. Because at any minute, you know what I'm saying to you, it could go left. You know what I'm saying to you. So so that's a constant struggle within me. It's a battle every day to stay at least balanced on the gate. You know what I'm saying to you, and not lean forward or backwards. But my mission is to completely go forward. You know what I'm saying to you. But right now I'm on a teeter totter. You know what I'm saying to you. And that's all it takes for these kids too, is that it's just one mistake. I mean, one bad choice, and their life can be over. You know what I'm saying to you. So that's what I'm trying to do.
And that brings me to another point. Even from y'all's wrongs, we learned. Like, so that was love. So if we still did that, it's just we chose to. But we seen firsthand we didn't have to do that because we see the outcome. You know what I'm saying? So we also pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
And it all leads back to that. If you're going to do it and you don't know what you're doing,
you know what I'm saying? That's what another thing I always respect. Y'all never encouraged us to do it, but if you're going to do it, you're going to do it right, little nigga.
Guess what? You're sitting here today. You know what I'm saying to you? There's some fallen soldiers that, and I'm not saying that they didn't listen, because fate is fate. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has their path, and God chooses that path, and we all know what's written at birth. So but still paying attention to me, and I live by that, is that it helped me, it got me through. I mean, because like I said, there's plenty of nights when I look back, when I wrote my book, I look back at my book when I read my book after I was done with it, and I could actually see the footprints in the sand where God had carried me. I could actually see that. That's when I seen that clearly, I said my life belongs to God. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
There's no more devil. The devil plays no more parts in my life. You know what I'm saying to you? And then that's where that come back to that teeter-totter on that gate. You know what I'm saying to you?
Straight up.
Because I'm trying to get to God. I'm not trying to go backwards to the old me. I'm moving forward to the new me. So I want a lot of these, I want to get some of these kids, man, to realize that, just because the old self was one way, you could come out on the other side clean with your new self. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, hey, Frank, as you sit here today, a man on a different path and a man with a different mindset, what were some of the struggles in your life to get to where you are at?
Man. Children. And it's not even my children. The children's mothers. If you don't know, I got 4 of them.
Yeah.
Not 4 children, 4 children's mothers. So, yeah. That's a lot of personality to do. Definitely.
And you know what, Neth? Because that's what it should take. You know what I'm saying to you?
Straight up.
Because, see, I got one son, and when I had my son, I realized that it was no longer about me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
It automatically became about him. It didn't matter what I had to go through, trials or tribulations I had to try to get over. It was all about him, and I'm going to be there for him until he doesn't need me to be there anymore. But I'm gonna be there, and so it wasn't completely changed, but once he was present in my life, it opened my eyes. You know what I'm saying to you?
Oh yeah.
I mean, all the times and all the nights that, like I said, I put my life online and on the forefront, out front, and I was like, I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sacrifice myself like that. You know what I'm saying to you?
Make you second guess anything.
Right, exactly. So the kids are always a blessing, and
most definitely.
Each and every one that's listening right now. I mean, if you don't have anything in your life that's a good influence, and you got them kids. Them kids should be the number one priority for that change. And that's just
yeah, most definitely. And I'm like, they gonna watch you more than anything you say.
Right.
You can talk to your head. They gonna watch what you do.
And once again, lead by example.
You know what I'm talking about?
Straight
up.
Example. So this is, hey, we can change the name of this to Leading by Example, really.
Yeah, straight up.
That's what it all boils down to, though, Neff. You know what I'm saying to you? That's what it boils down to, you know.
Yes, sir.
So, and like I said, man, I'm glad that that's, you know, whatever the change was or whatever it took, I'm glad that you've seen it important enough to make the change. You know what I'm saying to you?
Most
And,
definitely.
and I love what you're doing right now. We're playing your music for the intro music, and we're playing your music for the outro music, so that you can be heard, because it's important that we get you out there to get heard, man. So that you can lead the way. You know what I'm saying to you? Because this is something
That's
new,
love.
and you're leading the way. And I've heard a lot of your music, and man, I mean, it blows me away, bro, that you're doing the things that you're doing.
Most definitely.
So Frank, I got another question for you. All right, so you've been in the pack of the streets.
Yes,
In
sir.
the rap, it's all about the grind. In our curriculum, we call it the prowl.
Yes,
How
sir.
do you explain to a young person that the discipline you use in the studio is the same discipline they need to stay out of the system?
Oh yeah, it's all about how much you want it.
That's right.
There's one of my favorite quotes. Not enough hours
on the day.
That's right.
so make the best out of the ones you got.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Hey,
Even if you do utilize all them hours, you're still like, damn, it wasn't enough time in the day.
not enough in the day. I need at least 4 more.
Right. That's good. And I see that you're spending your time in that studio, man, and you're working hard, brother. And you know, hard work, you know just as well as I do, hard work is bound to pay off. You know what I'm saying to you?
Oh yeah.
And so just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it. Definitely.
And so tell me, Frank, you are a father. How do you teach your children? And we already kind of pretty much touched on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
How do you teach them not to make the same mistakes you did by running with gangs? And how does your family play a role in your change?
The village, family play a big role. Anything one of us lacking in, other ones coming extra.
That's right.
And real big on respect. And like we said before, the church was the foundation.
That's right.
And the church we came up in was love. So when your foundation built on love,
That's right.
everything else fall into place.
That's right. And love survives everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
And so that's, you know, that's a good foundation to have, because there's a lot of kids out there that don't have a solid foundation. And we know that, you know what I'm saying to you, from, you know, from growing up, you know, without their fathers, and, you know, and not saying that, because I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Curlin was a brick house, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I miss her.
As far as your foundation, but you know, when you got 5 knuckleheads, you know, at the same time, you know, I mean, and she did what she could, brother. God bless her.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying to you, but it starts with that foundation. You know what I'm saying to you. So and even if the father wasn't there, but if she wasn't there as well, I mean, you know, this could have been a whole new ball game. You know what I'm saying to you? It
Right.
could have been a different outcome, you know. But just the strength that she showed and gave, and the love as well, because without the love, there's you know what I'm saying to you, the foundation is going to crack and crumble if there's no love involved. But she was a rock, man, and like I said, you know, growing up without that father figure, and trying to navigate out there, you know what I'm saying to you, on your
Yes,
own,
sir.
and not get swamped or swallowed up. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard task. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
When you don't have a man leading you, because the man is the leader, the mother is the teacher. You know what I'm saying to you? And so if you just have the teaching, that's swell. That's really swell. But you also need that leader too.
That example.
Like, there you go. That's don't walk that walk and maybe talk that talk. You know what I'm saying to you? But we had to find that out the hard way. And the grace of God, like I said, we're sitting here today and we're able to collaborate. You're doing what you're doing, and it's positive. I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's positive. So that's a beautiful thing, man. To be able to sit here with you, Neff, and we're on these levels that we're on right now in life. That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. Definitely a blessing.
So Frank, I'm the architect. You're the witness. If there's a kid listening right now who feels like their only path is the one you left behind, what's the Blue Panther directive you have for them today? Meaning, so like the things that you've done in your life, what can you give a kid to make sure that they not your kids, but another kid that's
Got
not
you.
your, I'm saying, what kind of directive can you give them so they don't go down the same path that you did?
I
I
would
would
say
say
don't
don't
let
let
what
what
you
you
already
already
did
did
define
define
you.
you.
As long
Long
as
as
you're
you're
going
going
towards
towards
greatness,
greatness,
which
which
is
is
positivity,
positivity towards things
you
you
know,
know,
not
not
no
no
maybe,
maybe,
you
you
know
know
you
you should do, you're
going
going
towards
towards that,
that's the
that's the
goal.
goal.
Right. Okay.
We've been there, done
Done
it.
it.
You
You
see,
see,
when we
when we
did it
did
the
it the
wrong
wrong
way,
way,
how
how
we
it
went,
went,
it
wasn't
pretty
pretty
for
for
nobody.
nobody.
Right.
So
So
And it
the
wasn't
the
right
right
way
way
is
is
the
the
goal.
goal.
yeah, you're
And
right.
And
then
then
you
you
always
always
get
get
your
your
gold
gold
medal.
medal at the end.
Right, because the right way brings longevity.
Most
Most
definitely.
definitely.
And so what we all as humans is we should be striving for longevity. And
Most
Most
and,
definitely.
definitely.
and reason why I bring that part up is because growing up in LA, longevity wasn't a part of the equation.
Straight up.
My mindset was I'm going to die before I turn 18 anyway. You know what I'm saying to you? That's
Straight
what
up.
made the anger and I mean going to so many of my peers' funerals and stuff like that. It gave me PTSD. You know what I'm saying to you? Just like because I know I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying to you? And that's a horrible way to think about life. I know
Most
I'm going to
definitely.
die before I'm 18. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be the hardest motherfucker that there is.
Straight up.
I'm going to get you before you get me. You know what I'm
Straight
saying to
like
you?
that.
And I
Yeah.
lived that way for a long time. You know what I'm saying to you? And it took me time. I had to realize that, that's not a true story. I didn't expect to be here at this age right now today, Neff. I just honestly didn't as a juvenile growing up in the streets, gangbang. I just didn't think that. And so being that I don't think that I'm going to make it to be old at old age, live longevity, I was reckless. I was reckless
Straight.
because I didn't care. You know what I'm saying to you? And so when you don't care, this is my fear with these kids out there. When you don't care, there's consequences and repercussions that are going to come along with that.
Every
Every
time.
time.
And there's one of two things that is going to get you: death or jail. Now
That's
it
it.
took me jail. Thank God it wasn't death. It took me jail. All right, prison 4.5 years. All right, and that in itself woke me up too. So there's so people think that change comes automatically. Like boom, okay, I want to change, I'm changing, but change doesn't
Oh
come
Oh
like
no.
no.
that. Change comes in stages. You understand what I'm saying to you? And you have to be willing to embrace each and every change that you see coming and happening for you and embrace it and absorb it. You know what I'm saying to you? And that's how I've lived. That's what I did. That's what brought me to where I'm at today. And I said, I didn't
Growth.
change overnight, bro. You know what I'm saying to you?
Facts.
Facts.
Real
Real
growth.
growth.
Go ahead now.
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying
saying
that's
that's
the
the
real
real
growth.
growth.
Yeah,
For
For
real.
real.
and like I said, man, I just and sitting here today, I really don't want any kid to have to. I mean, bro, look here. I mean, there's so much pain and hurt out
Yeah.
there on them streets. You know what I'm saying to you? And if I could save a kid from going through any of that, then that's my mission today as a Blue
Facts.
Panther is to save a kid from that hurt and that pain that they're going to feel if they're out there living that street life, that gang life, whatever life it may be when you're out there on them streets.
Most
Most
definitely.
definitely.
So, I got one more question, a few more questions, I think I should say. In
I
the
got you.
streets, Frank, they sell this ideal of loyalty and family, but usually that pack only stays together until things get hot, right? When I built the Blue Panthers, I wanted to create a pack based on actual ownership and resilience. Looking back at the life you left, looking back at the life you left, where did that street version of loyalty fail you? And why does a young person need a structured pack like ours to actually make it out?
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
people
people
pick
pick
and
and
choose
choose
when
when
the
the
rules
rules
apply.
apply.
Like
Like
they
they
loyal
loyal
to a
to a
certain
certain
extent
extent
until
until
it
it
comes
comes
to
to
something
something
that
that
they
they
may
may
have
have
to
to
take
take
a
a
loss.
loss.
Right.
And
And
that's
that's
like,
like,
nah,
nah,
that
that
ain't
ain't
how
how
that
that
work.
work.
I
I
done
done
took
took
15
15
losses
losses
because
because
I'm
I'm
following the
following the
rules.
rules.
You
You
want to
want to
break
break
the
the
rules
rules
on
on
your
your
one
one
loss?
loss?
Nah,
Nah,
bro.
Yeah, because it's like it's a teeter totter.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
It's
like
like
we
we
supposed to
supposed
be
to be
playing
playing
by
by
the
the
same
same
rules,
rules,
man.
man.
I
I
thought I
thought I
was
was
following the
following the
rules,
rules,
man.
man.
So that's another thing I want these kids to realize too is that when you're getting into these gangs and stuff, they talk about being loyal to you and your family and all of that And I done seen firsthand homeboys shoot homeboys in the back of the head just because another homeboy didn't like him and sicked another one on him. So to me, my family ain't like that. I ain't got to never worry about my family. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My blood family blasting me in the back of my head. So that's not a factor. You know what I'm saying to you? And so the only loyalty is to yourself and to your life. You know what I'm saying to you, to make sure that you're going forward doing the right thing, because it's all lies. You know what I'm saying to you? And I could be the first to say, I didn't sell that dream like that, being the leader of a gang. I didn't, because I'm the type of motherfucker that if I ain't gonna do it, I ain't gonna ask you to do it. You know what I'm saying to you?
Facts.
And then if there's something that needs to be done, hell, I'm gonna do it before you anyway. You know what I'm saying to you? Because I was on go all the time. You know what I'm saying to you? And so these kids, man, they're trying to prove these points out here and just get these stripes. All right. And not realizing that once you fall, there's no coming back from that. But once you go to that jail cell, you're going to realize the only people there is your family. And I'm talking about your real family. Your mother, your father, whoever it may be, cousins, uncles. Them are going to be ones sending you money, writing your letters. It ain't going to be your homeboys. You know what I'm saying to you? And so, that's a point that I need to get across to these kids as well. The streets don't love you, and they ain't going to love you back. So just stay out of them.
Straight like that. Straight like that.
So, Neff, a lot of these kids are walking around with a mask on. They're acting tough because they're scared. Or they're staying silent because they don't have a voice. So the Blue Panther curriculum is designated to strip that mask away and build real character. When you were in the middle of that gang life, what was the one thing you were most afraid to say out loud? And how can we use the Blue Panthers to give these kids the space to be real without being judged?
Thing I ain't gonna say out loud probably is some shit was stupid. If I feel like we shouldn't go do that.
Right.
But the way I was, all right, that's what we're gonna do. Let me go first.
Right.
But thinking, really think about it, and that made me want to go first because I know it's stupid, and I know I'm gonna move differently then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And so
But yeah,
it made you put yourself out there on the line, is what it did.
Yeah. So, but thinking back, that was stupid. All in his own.
Right. And the grace of God that, like I said, was sitting here today, because I did more than one stupid thing. You know what I'm saying to you?
Right.
And knew it was stupid when it was being done.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
But my I had to, I can't say I had to, but I kind of did. Because when you're starting something, you understand?
You feel responsible for everybody.
Right. And you're leading by example. I'm in a new state teaching people that don't know nothing about crippin', gang banging. So I'm like, it was like nursing a baby. You know what I'm saying to you? And making sure that baby was fed, making sure that baby was clothed, making sure that baby didn't get harmed. And so, because with me as a father, before I let my son get harmed, you got to get me first. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
And so that was my mindset, man. And I was really living reckless. You know what I'm saying to you? And like I said, Nev, looking back on my life, God had to carry me here up to this point.
Like you said, the footprints.
You're right, and there's no doubt in my mind that I need to do this work, and I'm going to do it. And I need you, Neff. You know what I'm saying to you, as the changed person that you are, Neff. I'm not asking you to join anything or like nothing like that, but just when you can, give a shout out about this. You know what I'm saying to you, that like when you run across these young kids you see out there that's doing wrong or whatever might going to be wrong, give a shout out. You know what I'm saying to you, let them know there's a different path. Give them my information. Get them in touch with me. You know what I'm saying to you?
Most definitely got you.
So Neff, look here. Respect is the currency of the streets. All right, but it's usually based on fear. We with a lot of these kids. And in the Blue Panthers, respect is earned through leadership and ownership. As someone who has commanded respect in both worlds, how do we teach a kid that being a Blue Panther, someone who handles their business and takes care of their community, is a higher level of respect than being the loudest person in the room?
That rah-rah usually go night-night.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time. For real.
Yeah.
And then you can't think when you always talking. You can't listen when you talking.
There you go.
It's just not a thing.
Yeah. You're not paying attention
At all.
and those are the ones that's going to get it. You know what I'm saying to you?
You know what I'm saying? Every time.
And
So why not? You already know
what's
going to come. Why I'm going to react now?
Right. And I'm the type of person.
Ain't no point.
I'm the type of person that if if I ain't got nothing to say, you know what I'm saying to
you? Yeah.
I'm just gonna shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm not gonna say anything until I need to. So I got something to say. You know what I'm saying to you? I just don't. So and that's a true story about the loudest one is usually the weakest motherfucker in the room. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And so I always paid attention to that. You know what I'm saying to you? When I, around my surroundings, people that was around me during my gang banging years. You know what I'm saying to you? I would pay attention to the loudest person, and I knew to stay away. You know what I'm saying to you? Because I knew whether he didn't know or not that you're the weak link. You know what I'm saying to you?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Sure.
Frank, we've got to be 100% real with the people listening today. They see us sitting here now, me as the founder of this organization, and you as a successful artist. But they don't know that our history goes back to the concrete.
Oh, yeah.
I was the one who started the set you were in.
Yes,
I was
sir.
the leader of that pack before I knew what a blueprint or a curriculum even was. Back then, I used my leadership to build something that was about survival and territory. I gave you a role in a world that didn't have a future. Now, years later, I've taken that same leadership energy and I've turned it into the Blue Panthers. I'm building a different kind of pack now. How does it feel to sit across from the man who led you into that life, now inviting you to help me lead these kids out of it?
Man, it's a blessing. I was all in before, and I'm even more all in now.
It's grown man business. It's grown man business.
You know what I'm saying? That growth hit different. And then when you can see it and you feel it, it really hit different.
That's beautiful, man. Because like I said, it's and we just like we said, we stipulated all through this thing. It's like if you haven't walked down them footsteps or walked in them shoes, it's more than likely that these kids, you can't lead a kid out of nothing that you haven't done yourself.
I tell my kids all the time, I already did it, you got to.
There you go. Yeah.
Try it if you want to. I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
You know what I'm talking about?
And that's a lot of the talk for my nephews. You know what I'm saying to you as well. You know what I'm saying to you, like you said, we didn't force you to do anything, but
no, not at all.
You know what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying to you. And you knew, and they knew that motherfucker better not fuck with you. You know what I'm saying to you.
Straight like that.
Because you're coming full steam ahead. You know what I'm saying to you. So, I think that the footprints that me and my brothers left down there in Des Moines, Iowa, I think set a standard of violence and fear and some respect and some not respecting because of the way that we moved. You know what I'm saying to you? And I just, like I said, I'm here. I'm trying to give back now, Nick. I want to start there in your community with my nonprofit, the Blue Panthers, and I want to reach them kids are the kids that I want to start reaching first. And so I will be coming there soon. Hopefully, I'm gonna make it to your community this summer with my curriculum and my structured plan to try to grab some of these kids. And that's why I said I'm gonna need your help. You know what I'm saying to you? If you can, you can grab them and keep them close or whatever you may need to do. So when I get there, man, we can start, one at a time, saving these kids' lives, man. I'm gonna need your help on that. The same way I needed your help doing the wrong thing, I need your help doing the right thing.
I'm all in. All in.
All right, so here we go now. Frank, I have just one more question for you. Now that you've turned your life into something positive with the rap game, what types of things do you have to look forward to on a positive note that you just didn't think were possible while in the streets?
I would say I've been able to help more people than I ever dreamed. Even if it's just from a conversation from what I experienced of telling them what not to do. Because anybody can tell you what to do. But I'm telling you, this ain't the route. And if I ain't,
can't do it in the day.
facts. And if I ain't never go through anything I went through, how helpful could I really been to anybody?
Right.
So I wouldn't change nothing I did, because it made me who I am today.
Amen. See, Frank, this episode is personal. I started a gang that took a lot from the community. And now I've started an organization that is going to give it all back. Frank, you were there from the beginning of the old story. And I'm honored you're here for the beginning of the new one. To the kids out there, I was the leader of the life you think you want. I'm telling you now, as a man who has seen both sides, that path is a dead end. But the prowl leads to the top. I've traded the set for a standard. I traded the block for a blueprint. Frank, thanks for riding with me again, this time, and on the right side of history.
Yes, sir.
You better sharpen up your defense. So many people did me dirty, time for revenge. What's on my mind, a lot of murder got me tweaking. I really came up from the bottom fighting demons. You better sharpen up your defense. So many people did me dirty, time for revenge. What's on my mind, a lot of murder got me tweaking. I really came up from the bottom fighting demons.
USA, we playing defense when we on the field. Gotta stay on your pivot, they got my brother killed. It's game time, but we ain't playing cause we clutching still. World War III, we on the battlefield. If you can touch 100K, then you can touch a mill. Graduated out the streets where the blood spill. Tell the coach, call the shot, we gon' make the play. Move the nigga to the side, get him out the way. No evidence, no witness, no trace. Skied up like a rever, no face, no case. Black gloves on, fingertips got tape. When we playing defense, you gotta keep your eyes open. Liquor will wet you up, Pacific Ocean. So no matter what, make sure you stay focused. They're riding in the daytime. They gon' get them at the right time,
Defense. So many people did me dirty, time for revenge. What's on my mind, a lot of murder got me tweaking. I really came up from the bottom fighting demons. You better sharpen up your defense. So many people did me dirty, time for revenge. What's on my mind, a lot of murder got me tweaking. I really came up from the bottom fighting demons. Tell me why you niggas switched up, bitched up against the grain. Choosing others over your brothers wasn't part of the game. You niggas too fake, bitch made, no goals or hate. You take from everybody, go make your own play. Disgrace, anyone that ever vouched for your name. Switch lanes, we doing big things, getting more change. You lame, hating on greatness instead of getting more paper. Talked up, but we know you're faking backspace, a nigga erase them. Right back here to get more cabbage, multiplying, no subtraction. In addition, we gon' get it, then we split it. Mathematics, you can't have it, put you niggas to the test, but you ain't pass it. Thought you was a savage, but you just a scavenger rapper. You never would have fathomed that you be a hater. Quit biting hands, understand the way that you act didn't come from a man. I'll be damned, you could have bossed up, but you just a stand.
Like, Loke, I am your biggest fan.
You better sharpen up your defense. So many people did me dirty, time for revenge. What's on my mind, a lot of murder got me tweaking. I really came up from the bottom fighting demons. You better sharpen up your defense. So many people did me dirty, time for revenge. What's on my mind, a lot of murder got me tweaking. I really came up from the bottom fighting demons.
That was defense featuring B.L.U.E USA.
So next, so I don't got no more questions for you, but just one more thing, man. If you want to go ahead and give a shout out to the people, man. I know you got some albums or platforms where your music is playing. If you want to go ahead and spill that out real quick, go ahead.
Already. You can find me, Frank Mank B.L.U E, on all platforms. On Facebook, Frank Mank Washington. I be on that the most. I got music on all platforms. Be looking out for Views from the West. We do our podcast, review, and of course music. So yeah,
All right.
what's up?
All right. All right. So, we are the Blue Panthers. We are the architects of our own destiny. Come and join the Prowl today. Episode 4 is a wrap. We'll see you on the next one.